Hello everyone. Hello.
Hi.
So, I'm a professional streamer, so the sound should be okay. You should hear Keldaan?
Yeah, you should hear me normally. Maybe.
I think it's alright.
Maybe I'm not sure.
Looking at my audio sliders, it looks okay.
Okay.
It's time, yes. Hello everyone. So this is a special stream. Usually I don't do an event on Discord and I don't tell anyone about the stream, but this time I'm with Keldaan, which is quite an exception because the last time I did a stream with Keldaan, it was how long ago?
1 year probably.
More than 1 year, yeah, likely. But the idea of this stream is that usually when we ship a new patch, we don't have much time to explain the content of the patch and our intention, and also we never have time to reflect and look back at the patch, the current patch, explain what works, what didn't work. So that's the thing that was lacking, and I'd like to test this new format, see how it goes. Bonjour, Padado. I hope that the French accent is okay, that you're still able to understand us. I think that should be good. So as you see on the right, we have planned some things to talk about. The first part of the stream is going to be about 6.4, so doing a patch review, basically a look back at the whole patch and discuss the different ideas that we try to push with that patch. And then in 1 hour, I think it will be time to reveal patch 6.5, which is really close. Live at curry.tv. Yeah. Haven't heard much of Keldaan's accent. Keldaan, I'm sure you're excellent.
Yeah, I have a French accent too, don't worry.
Alright. Should we start to discuss 6.4 theme, which was Victory Road? Do you have, maybe Keldaan, you can start, how 6.4 happened, why did we choose Victory Road as a theme?
Yeah, so usually, it started very recently, like I think 5.9 or 5.8 that we started to organize a bit ourselves. Oh no, that was 6.1 actually. So from 6.1 into now, we had 3 different posters that were drawn by Exist, our new artist that draw those beautiful posters. And to give him a bit more time to draw those posters, we had to organize a bit more ourselves for the which Pokemon we want in the update and what content we want in it. So that's why we try to plan a bit more what we in advance the content of the release. And we decided we had 3 different ideas for the next 4 release, and one of them was the Victory Road. So we for the close combat, the VIP, and the Victory Road 10, and also the one that will come after, were all discussed roughly at the same moment, and we decided to implement. So we decided to group the Pokemon that are drafted in IDs by theme, and then we try to gather or to cluster those those theme with like a cool name that fits, and then we try to give this theme to exist as soon as possible so he can start drawing the posters, because as you can see, it's really a lot of work,
A lot of work, yeah. Yeah.
and it's also really, really a great chance for Pokémon Chess to have the quality of drawing that the exist have for those posters, because before that were the posters were done by either me or Curry, and it was more just construction of pictures that were taken a bit all over the place on the
Yeah,
internet with some.
just copy pasting PNG files basically. But yeah,
Yeah,
you can see 6.1 was made by Keldaan, 6.0 by me, Ice Age was Keldaan also, I think it was you, right?
yeah,
And New Talents was me, and so on. And there's definitely a difference in terms of quality, but also there's a lot of time involved in this. In case you don't know, making such a poster is taking between 2 and 4 weeks. So basically, as soon as we finished releasing one patch, we already have to plan the next one, so that we can tell it exists about the theme and you can start working on the poster. But yeah, that's the reason why we had to be more organized, and that's also the reason why you have more emblematic themes like that.
yeah. And that also, so don't bump your ID with some kind of bump comment in the Discord, because we try we already have the content of the patch in advance, and the bumping the ID will not help your case.
Yeah,
So that's also one thing. So if we don't answer or detail your proposal as soon as you write it, it's also because we already have the content of the patch that we want to deliver for the next release. So as you already saw, our release is roughly 4 or 5 weeks,
yeah.
and we try to keep this rhythm going.
Keeping that pace is quite difficult, to be honest, especially since we try to be more ambitious over time with cool new designs and new features, new large reworks, and so on. And yeah, it's getting difficult to keep the pace of one patch every month, roughly. So far, we managed to do it, maybe with 1 week late or stuff like that. But yeah, it's going to be difficult to keep that pace on the long term, I think.
Yeah, well, let's see how it goes. Because
Yeah,
it has been 6 years and
6 years
3 years
for you,
for
yeah.
you.
3 years for me, exactly.
So let's see how it goes in the future.
It's a long adventure, sure.
Yeah, something with the not the not the goal, but the friends you make along the way.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was quite something. I don't think that you ever imagined that the project will get this scale after
No,
6 years.
definitely not.
So yeah, that's
And
very impressive.
also for so long.
Yeah,
Like that's the 6.4 release. And so lots change since the Wine 1.0 update,
yeah.
which was like in 2020, something like that.
I think that most players even don't know the game before we started to make posters for the patch. It was really a different era.
Yeah, definitely.
And the game has changed a lot.
Yeah, yeah. First posters was in 2023, I think.
Yeah, June 2023.
Yeah. So everything that goes between 2019 and 2023 is
Exact.
already
Um,
in the past.
I'd like to say something as that the Nintendo 64 theme is actually Yexist's ID, and they didn't tell us at all, so we just discovered it when the poster was released, was shown to us, and I think we both loved the ID. Like, it's such a good
Yeah,
ID, it's such a good reference with Imolga
definitely.
doing the, I think it's Lakito, the name of the character in Mario Kart. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Lucky 2, I think it's. Yeah, but so many great ideas here. And Revavroom is the star here. So about the Veniped line, so it fits perfectly the theme, right? Because it's rolling everywhere. And it was supposed to be the new Bug Ultra. I think that globally players thought that it was a less impressive version of the previous Bug Ultra, which I always forgot the name. I think it's Swaddle in English.
I don't know.
Seawaddle.
Sea Waddle.
This is the moment we
Seawaddle.
reveal that we don't know Pokemon names.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but the challenge of a new Ultra Bug is that since we don't have one Ultra Bug but two because of how Bug Synergy works, it's really hard to come up with an ID that is impressive enough for an Ultra unit but not too broken because it's basically multiplied by 2.
Yeah. Yeah, we had some. So in 2023, I think that there was a period where Volcarona was a unique, and it was really, really powerful because it was a bug, and at the point, items were also duplicated. So that was
Yeah, I
causing
forgot
some
about
balance
that.
issue.
Bug clones duplicating items, and when you know the strength of items in Pokemon Auto Chess, yeah, that's really
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, a bit.
But in the end, Veniped was the Ultra Bug that has been chosen by the community when we have made the polls about which unit in this type should be the Ultra. And I think that it still has a lot of potential. It used the new speed stat buff, like his ability scaling on speed, which is something new, and comes with the global theme, because it's not only about giving a theme to an entire patch, it's also trying to find new mechanics that haven't been explored before, so that each Pokemon has a unique design, right? Because it's really hard to come up with a unique design when you have more than 1,000 units in the game now.
Yeah, or like nine. Oh, close.
I think that's after this next patch we are above 1,000 units.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, so lots of abilities, and since we try now, so at first abilities were a bit simple, and since I had to do a lot of them at all, because at the start in 2022 there were no abilities for Pokemon, so I think that I rushed like 50 of them, 50 abilities at the same release, and
In one patch,
that's
yeah.
why and that's why some old abilities can feel a bit old and bland, and we try with new abilities to come up with interesting designs that make the game more interesting, both for the strategy from a strategic point of view, and also visually. I think we improved a lot
Yeah.
from the thing that we would do, or that we would do in 2023.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of work has been done on making abilities feel unique. We still have plenty of work to do. I know that Keldaan, you were talking recently about some legendaries and unique units that have been added to the game a long time ago, and no, they don't fit the standards, like in terms of quality and uniqueness that we
Mm.
expect from such units. And so you want to
Yeah.
revisit them, right?
Yeah, definitely. And I was told I have Giratina. Oh, Giratina is maybe not the is as maybe not the same name in English. What's the name of?
I think
Oh,
it's a
no,
Giratina as
Giratina. Yeah,
well, yeah,
yeah, Giratina. Yeah,
because
Giratina
Dragon.
is the same as it will be on the short list for a rework, for example,
Yeah.
because
And
it doesn't
Potato,
have the. Sorry.
says that simple and blend abilities can still be fun, like Torment, for example. And I kinda agree with that, but we still need them to be different, right? Otherwise, you just have to pick between two units with the same ability and just pick the one that has the best statistics, and that's all. And ultimately, I think we both want that every single unit in the game has its place and can be good in some situations. And so that's why we have to still work on that.
Yeah, with the time we try to decrease the number of duplicates,
Yeah.
and it will take time, but
It will take a
we
lot
are
of
getting
time.
close to it.
More Lamborghinis. It feels like Rev Room design was the favorite one for every player. So yeah, I'm really glad how it turned out.
We made some Lamborghini, probably some Lamborghinis for next patch. So so
Possibly,
let's see.
yes.
Possibly.
I know that people went crazy about Celesteela just because we messed up with the ability description. And I think it was 300 damage on the ability description, while in reality it was like 18 or 80, sorry. So I don't know what happened here. I think I messed up completely when doing the ability description. I think maybe I was computing like how many tiles in average it's supposed to hit, and I just put the sum as the ability description, but that's not at all what's happening. So yeah, it was my bad.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed on the poster, the upper part here is the Victory Road, actually. And Exist, we discussed with them about the look of the Victory Road. And so you can see the door, the final door here, with the rocks that you can maybe recognize. I can show you actually in the Victory Road event that some people have already finished. So we will talk about Victory Road just after, but it's pretty crazy. And as you can see, this is the final door and the rocks. So you might recognize it, and there's a link with the poster. This is the kind of small details that we'd like to add more, so that it really gives a true meaning to the patch poster.
Also, on your stream, the overlaps. It overlaps a bit. So since
Sorry.
the Victoria Road is on the right.
Sorry. But I hope that everyone knows how Victoria Road looks like.
Yeah. So do we talk about the Victoria Road now?
Yeah, let's do that.
So I don't remember who had the idea at first.
It went in several steps. Like we wanted something special about the idea of racing, and we had several ideas, if I remember. And at the same time, we got some discussions on Discord about ranked and basically the competitive play, and how it was exclusive to only the top elo. Like it was the only way to express competitively on the game. It was being top elo or nothing. And I think I came up with this idea of making like a temporary elo climbing event, but that wouldn't use the final elo of a player, but actually will use a point system where it doesn't matter at which elo you start, but if you manage to get many first places in a ranked match, you'll be able to win the race. And so this opens the race to basically anyone at any level, provided that they improve and they continue to win.
Yeah.
And that was a bit difficult to estimate how many games a player can win in like 1 month, because it's resetting every month. But I think that for the first event, we went pretty okay with the estimations. I think we got like 50 people finishing the event, if I remember.
Yeah, and also that was the first time I think that some of this month, for example, it was a bit more slower than the last month. I think so. I think that Lau has the first place, and he finished the 9th of September. and I think that the last month it was maybe the 6th of 7th of August. I'm not
I
sure.
don't think so because we released the patch quite late. I think it was the 4, so I
Oh
actually
yeah, yeah,
don't
yeah.
remember, but I think it was something close, like maybe 5 or 6 days.
Okay.
So yeah, it's very impressive, like to play that much in a small amount of time. The obvious, maybe we can say it. It's quite obvious that currently the people who are winning the event are Smurf accounts. And we already knew that well when we were working on this event. So maybe we can express our opinions, both our opinions on this topic. On my side, personally, I expected that, and I don't really think that we can do anything about it. Like seriously, fixing the smurfing problem is not going to be possible. But I also think that even with this smurfing problem, this is still a fun event for the players. And we actually have some changes that maybe will mitigate this smurfing problem next patch.
Yeah. I also think that it's not the biggest of the issue because you still have to dedicate a very you still have to climb a lot, and think that mm, mm, even though all the new accounts all the top scores are probably new accounts, I also think that it's not the biggest. I would still be happy with the result that we had with the victory roads. I think it achieved
Yeah,
the plan
yeah. So ultimately, what we are
we
going to
wanted.
do for the Smurfs is that we are going to increase the elo gains for fresh new accounts. So that is, if you just started a new account and you turned out to win all your games in ranked, you're going to win more elo. And the reason we do that is that this will lessen the time where someone plays at a level that is not supposed to be their level in ranked. So hopefully that will decrease the pressure on lower elo ranked match because the smurfer will get faster in the upper rank. And
Yeah,
so that will also lessen the ability to climb like this on Victory Road. It will not fix completely the problem, but yeah, that will help, I hope.
that will help definitely, and I think also the incentive to get this title on your main account could also be something that in favor the. I saw that some streamers still plays on their account and try to grind, and we are not that far from reaching the top spot, so
Oops.
definitely feasible.
Yeah.
I saw that Torterable was pretty close, I think, last month to.
Yeah, he finished the road, I think. Yeah, he
Yeah,
finished the road. So yeah, when you are top elo, it's much more difficult, of course, but still impressive. What was I
yeah.
going to
But
say?
I think that the Discord. Ah no, it's Joe to Chess Fan. Joe to Chess Fan is. Uh, I'm not sure, but there are some top spots in the current ranking, so definitely possible for everyone.
Yeah, not bad. And I know that it's difficult to get as many ranked match when you are top elo just because of the waiting times. We're going to talk about that just after.
Yeah,
And Eduardo says perhaps giving out different prizes depending on your position at the end of the month could encourage more people to try to achieve different positions. We currently have 2 titles, one to finish first and second one to finish at all. We could maybe put a third title for maybe finishing in the top 10 or stuff like that. We have plenty of titles, so adding more and more might be a bit redundant. we don't have much to offer, to be honest, apart from boosters and titles. So yeah, it's a bit difficult to find more rewards. How many packs do I have? Only 9, don't worry. But I can give myself 500 if I need to. Yeah.
Don't show the the button give boosters.
All right. Yeah. Actually, I think on stream I show lots of admin actions. I show that you could replace your entire board on a click on a button. But yeah, that's for something else. Okay. Should we move on to the next topic? The change to the game modes. Up. So, I'm actually going to spectate a game while we talk, because looking at the home menu is not really interesting. Let's spectate a Smergel, for example. So should we talk about the changes that have been made to game modes that are removing quick play, replacing it by classic, and also changing the custom lobbies so that you don't win Elo with it anymore. So the reason this change have been made is because for a long time you had several ways to gain Elo. So you could choose between quick play, between ranked modes. Oh, lowering the volume. No problem, I can do that. That's it. Thank you, Nerdy. So yeah, the issue is that you had several ways to win Elo, and you always have this discussion about what's the best game mode to climb the Elo ladder. So ultimately, it was not a good design, right? It's like it's not about the skills; it's about picking the right game mode to climb, and yeah, that was not really the best. We also had the problem with custom lobbies, is that it could be possible, even if fortunately not many players did that. It could be possible to set up custom lobbies just to boost an account. And it was really stupid, but you could do that at the time. And now it's no longer possible. I mean, it's possible, but you have to fill an entire ranked lobby with 7 fake accounts, and it's a lot of struggle, and it's not profitable in the end. So that idea was to fix that. And about quick play, I think that most players take this change, like changing to quick play to classic, quite positively. Is that many players were looking for a game mode where you can just play casually without something crazy like Smaggle Scribbles, and just not care about Elo, so that they can express completely their creativity and not be impacted if they get a bad game. And Dwarjos says, I think something I would like to see is Elo loss in classic mode for quitting. The problem of early quitters. Yeah, come on.
It's from a technical point of view, we try to make a difference between the one that are intended, and the one that are not intended. So, for example, disconnection and something like that. But it's really complicated to separate the threshold between punishing someone for an early leave and something like don't stress too much the people that have a disconnection, and especially with the problems that we are encountering right now with the disconnection that some people can have. It's really complicated to set the threshold between the Elo loss for reconnection.
Keldaan is quite quiet. Okay, sorry, I struggle to find the proper audio. Just tell me, right? I'm going to fix that. professional streamer here. Don't hesitate to tell us if you need changes to the volume. Yes.
I can speak louder. Also, maybe.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just me. Yeah, and as Keldaan said, it's impossible for us to make the difference between like an early lever and someone that has a disconnection. So the thing we do is that we give a timeout. I think it's currently set to 5 minutes. 5 minutes timeout if we leave the game before the end. But even with only 5 minutes, which is not a lot, to be honest, we have complaints. People that have technical issues, they cannot start a lobby or stuff like that, and they have to wait 5 minutes, and it's already too much, so they complain. So that's the issue, and that's why we don't really have a solution for that. So yeah, early levers, always not a good thing, but that's the best we can do. I hope that these changes to the game modes you mostly agree with, because it was a tough decision to make, to be honest. Based on what I saw on Discord, it looks like it's okay. It has been accepted by players.
Yeah, also, I also think that was a good decision.
So that means that the only way to gain Elo was to play ranked matches, and that's also a reason why we did the Victory Road event, is that we wanted to emphasize, like, put the ranked game mode in front of everything, because the only way to climb the Victory Road was also to play the ranked game mode. But it wasn't perfect because we had issues with waiting times. And I think that's the good time to move on to that point.
Yeah.
So we heard you. It was crystal clear that you had to wait too long to play ranked games, and especially at the top elo. So I know that for some people, especially the North America, you had less trouble than other people in the world. But that's also a reason why we saw many top players go down in the leaderboard, is that they play in a region where they don't have a lot of players at high elo, enough elo to play in their rank. So that was a way, that was a reason why sometimes custom lobbies with elo enabled was a way to fix that problem, because players could decide on the elo range to play, and the elo will still be enabled. But for the reason that we explained before, we couldn't continue like that. So I think we are going to continue with this way of doing things, like only playing ranked to gain elo, but we are going to change the elo ranges for ranked games. And this has been discussed on Discord. That was loud. Sorry about that. I cannot reduce the sound for volume. Sorry. So it has been discussed on Discord. There is an ID thread. By the way, I hope that everyone who has an opinion on this is on Discord to discuss it, to share their opinion. And so what's going to happen next patch is that we are going to reduce the different elo ranges for ranked matches to only 3 ranges. So you basically have 3 levels of difficulty. One will be for beginners. It will be elo up to 1050. Then we have the middle class between 1050 and 2050. And then you have the top elo range, which is going to be much larger, starting from 1250. So hopefully this change will reduce a lot the waiting times to get a ranked match started, but at the cost of having a wider skill gap between players.
So it's also, so we also try to search for the best solution, but it's also a bit complicated for us because we have the elo range the elo range of the best players were between like before it was like over I think 1850 or maybe
I think it was
1820.
18, you say?
So
Oh, no, that's a lot. I don't remember.
one 1800 I think
Really?
for the highest ceiling that we ever had, and now we the top players are around like 1010.
Okay, I didn't know that it was so high. So yeah, we had a lot of elo deflation, partly due also to the change that we done to the elo decay rules. Like
Yeah.
it was much easier to lose some elo, and it was at the demand of players, right? It has been top elo players that said that the current elo leaderboard was not representing really their skill. It was just the ability to continue to top 4 every quick play game.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why this has been changed. But yeah, it implies lots of consequences, lots of change. And as I said on Discord, the change that we made, what we do on these kind of things like game modes, elo and stuff like that, it has a lot of inertia. Like it's something that maybe needs 3 or 4 months to really see the effects. So it's not something that you can adjust like from patch to patch because it's really hard to predict how it's going to impact.
Definitely. But now things tends to. Oh, let's see how it goes for the next patch. But yeah, we will try with our new rules, and let's see how it goes.
Yeah, exactly. I propose that we move on to the next topic. And this one has been a burden for players as well.
Yeah.
The disconnections and the other few bugs that we had. Yeah, so there's always a pain for us developers to have to manage. Every single patch we had a major technical issue. I think I don't remember a single patch where everything was just perfect from a technical point of view. There's always been something. Sometimes it was the network library bugs with synchronization issues. Sometimes it was memory leaks, server crashes. Yeah, it's always there's always something. Do you want to explain the situation for everyone?
I can. So with the approximately with the latest 6.4 release, several players noticed that they were they were disconnected from their match, and sometimes several times in the same game. And so we tried to investigate what was going on in those strange cases, and it was I think we don't have the clear answer of what's happening, but we we have some hints or some things that could cause the issue, and the most probable issue is it's called the Cloudflare layer. So basically, to make things simple, to protect us from the DDoS, so
Attack.
any attack,
Mhm.
yeah, and yeah, any attack that could harm the game and the experience of all players. We need to have this Cloudflare layer, and it also help us to in several ways. But the most important one is this security layer that Cloudflare provides, and so to synchronize the state between the client, so your browser, and the server. The the game use something like something called WebSockets, and those WebSockets are proxied by the Cloudflare layer. And it seems that with the latest or this month, well, we have much more disconnection and problem with this proxy of WebSockets. So that's one.
But
One.
maybe you can precise that it's only for some regions and at
Yeah,
some time of the day. Like we have received many feedback from players, and some people have lots of trouble like one day, and the day after it's perfectly fine and they don't have any disconnection. So
yeah,
this kind of feedback tells us that it's not about a problem in the game itself. It's not either a problem about our server, but it's really something about the infrastructure, the network infrastructure, and especially this service, Cloudflare, that, yeah, as you explained, is doing two things for us. One is to protect us against DDoS attacks, that are people spamming the website to get it down. And the other one is reducing the costs for us, thanks to the caching. So all the cache that has been done in the game, it allows to prevent having to re-download the entire assets, the entire thing from our servers every single game. And that's that's a lots of difference in terms of cost for us.
yeah.
It's a huge cost saving, and that's the reason why we really can't do without it. So we have this disconnection issue. We think it's due to that, but we unfortunately don't have any solution at the moment. The solution would be to get rid of Cloudflare, but if we do that, we will seriously increase our costs and we will not be protected against attacks. So that's a bad thing.
Yeah, and we're not sure also that. Yeah, definitely we don't have the clear solution for now.
Yeah.
And it's really a pain because it's impossible to reproduce locally, so those kind of problems really takes time to investigate, and
Yeah.
so your feedback is always welcome in the appropriate place. But yeah, we don't have the perfect solution, and it's really a pain for some of you, we know, but we don't have the solution for now.
Yeah. So maybe one thing we can tell is that next patch we are shipping an update to the network library. So that means that if this ends up not being the fault of Cloudflare, but if something linked to the network library that has been causing many other issues, by the way, all the synchronization
Yeah,
bugs that were happening were due to this network library. So maybe that will help. And if we still have a disconnections after that, that would mean for sure that, almost for sure, that Cloudflare is the issue. And then we will have to figure out the way to solve that problem. It could be even for the people that are the most impacted in some regions again. Maybe trying to move to another server like community servers because they might have different infrastructure and not have a problem. I know it's not a good solution because you want to keep playing on the official server, but we really don't have lots of options here.
is there anything we can do as players to give you more hints when it happens?
We opened a thread on
Mm,
Discord when I asked
yeah,
everyone to send feedback and answer several questions, like how many times it happens, at which time of the day, on which region, and so on. So we already have plenty of data, and that's because of this feedback that we are pretty sure about the culprit here. So I think we have enough information from that side. What we lack is proper solutions, right? And if it turns out to be Cloudflare's fault, it's a multinational company. We absolutely have zero power on them to change things. So yeah, unfortunately, it's to be complicated. maybe if this is on the long term and we don't have any solution and it's really a struggle for players, maybe we can find another company that provides the same service as Cloudflare.
Yeah, there are plenty of, but that was the most. I think it's the biggest one for this caching solution,
Yeah,
but there's also plenty of alternatives. The, but yeah, I don't remember exactly why I did the Cloudflare first, but maybe because that was the most popular.
can you check the mic, Keldaan, because I struggle to hear you now.
Maybe if I speak a bit louder, I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's better now.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, we stick with Cloudflare for now, and let's see in the future.
Exactly. So which time is it? Okay, 45. To finish with 6.4, maybe we can discuss meta. And so this can be fun, how devs look at the meta. I think that we have very different opinions compared to players, mostly because we look at completely different data, right? You look at your own experience, and we look at global data collected and compare it to the previous month, and basically try to deduce things. So
Yeah.
this might be interesting. I don't know if you have strong opinions about the meta, Keldaan.
Not really. So I played quite some games, 10, 20 dispatch, but of course I'm not the biggest or the better. I'm not a good player, but from what I saw on Discord and also when looking at the tournaments, so in the tournaments I saw a lot of complaint about ground being too strong and
Yeah.
also some I think that three things. The one ground being too strong. The second one was crit items, so like the one that this Lunara has at the moment. So crit items really are used a lot by people for, and especially with the spell crit items. So that's something that we are, or that is meta defining. And I also saw some complaints with the Fuecoco line,
Yeah,
but
because of a
yeah,
bug that
yeah,
we know we fixed, and the Fuecoco bug, I think I hesitated to push it as a hotfix as well, Kildan, and it's because it has been discovered quite late, and we were busy on other things that I didn't push it as a hotfix. But yeah, Fuecoco as a bug, it's critting twice basically. So instead of multiplying by 2, it's multiplied by 4 or even more if you have market power. So this is going to be fixed. So yeah, that's something that's going away. And yeah, for ground, when we looked at the original data for ground, because we didn't change the ground synergy, it means that the problem came from somewhere else. And it turns out we find out quite fast that it was green orb rework that was too strong. The reason for that is that the change that have been made to green orb aim to make it a better item on early game and worse in late game. Because on late game you can just heal 8 units above around the green orb holder. But it turns out that ground was needed exactly that, and the green orb on early ground was way too strong and ended up making ground the best synergy overall just because you can spam green orb and win. So that's the reason why we put balance hotfix to change green orb. It's rare that we put balance hotfixes, but that was necessary to get a healthy patch, I think.
yeah.
Um,
So,
yeah.
so when looking at the tournament results, it was a bit of a surprise for me. So the top place were not grounds, but but dragons, and that was also something that I wouldn't have anticipated
Yeah.
before.
It's not the first time that we are surprised by tournament, by the way.
Yeah. And we also saw a lot of Fionn. What's
Yeah.
the English name of Fionn?
I think it's Fion as well. Fion.
Fionn.
Manafi,
Fionn Manafi? I don't know.
I guess.
You will have to keep the French accent for that one.
But I think that you know which one we are talking about, right? The legendary.
So
Actually, not legendary. Oh, spoiler. The
yes, spoiler.
Manafi
Yeah,
unique.
so with the conversion, we saw a lot of usage of the Fionn ability that as an AD carry with lots of AD boost with its ability with some crit spell crit items
Mhm.
and really a lot of that we saw a lot of use of this in the tournaments and also in top ladder games.
Yeah.
So maybe we changed the way Fionn works in the next update. I don't know if you want to make.
Maybe I won't spoil all the details, but yeah, we can say that Fionn is moving to Manafi is moving to legendary, and we have a special way to spawn Fionn as well. So that's all I'm going to say. And the reason why Fionn and Manafi have been so strong, because we didn't change the unit, it means that it's due to Aquatic, especially the introduction of Aquatic 8. So I think that now that Aquatic 8 exists as a thing, we can look back at some specific units that were used as carries in these compositions and lower down a bit their power. I think that globally Manafi was a bit overtuned, and the only reason why people didn't notice it is that they didn't play this kind of composition vertically. So now that the composition exists, we can look at specific units and nerf them. So that's the reason why we don't plan any nerf to Aquatic, but we have several Aquatic units being nerfed individually.
Yeah, and also I was really pleased to see Aquatic finally having a good day in the meta because I think that the synergy was really not favored by anyone before.
Absolutely.
And this patch it saw a lot of use, and that was really good because I think the synergy is really fun. And but maybe players have a different opinion. But
No, I mean
I think
it's always nice that a synergy that has always been considered a side synergy finally has some new ways to be played.
yeah, definitely.
It's something that feels refreshing, and it has lots of identity with a Pikachu Surfer ID, which is lovely. I love it. So yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. On my side, for my take on the meta, I think that, as I said, Aquatic was a bit above the rest, just because of some specific units. I saw some people talked about fighting, and I agree that fighting might be a little bit too strong for a synergy effect. And we also had the unique Hitmonchan that was a bit too strong in fighting. So we are going to tune down a bit their statistics for these little guys here. I also think that the introduction of the new TMs here, that was Reflect and Counter, I think these TMs are super good. I really tried to find some good abilities that let you be excited about TMs, which has not always been a thing. And so I think that currently all these TMs can be really good when put on the right man. So globally, all these changes made fighting a real strong synergy, and the data seems to agree with that. So we are going with a little nerf to the synergy effect, but at the same time, we introduce a new regular unit on the early game of fighting. So this will compensate the reduction in the synergy effect. And who won? The Psychic 6. Psychic Light. Always a pleasure to see these teams.
Oh, see. Oh, with the Galarian Rapidash.
Exactly. And yeah, it was the Scribble that adds every single additional Pokemon, so that's the reason why they had this one.
Ah.
I don't have any significant take on the meta apart from that. Oh yeah, but the items. I think that items were the important part here. It's funny because many players complain about crit items. I know, for example, that the most popular, the item, the craftable item that has the most incredible bump in popularity is Razorfang. And especially at higher elo, if you look at Pokeball, for example, Razorfang is the first. So I saw that it was the most impacting change in the meta, but it was only popularity. And if you look at win rate, it basically stays the same. So I'm really surprised by this take by the top elo players. It seemed to me that maybe they focus a bit too much on the big explosion thing. Because for now, what I can say is that you should really play Rocky Helmet if there are so many crit items players. So my take would be quite different on the items. My take would be that Green Orb was overtuned, that's why we balanced out fixed it, no problem. And the other item that is really strong and that needs to be nerfed is not Smoke Ball, but Shiny Charm. So Shiny Charm has been changed to give PP when proccing, and the amount of PP needs to be good enough to justify adding this effect. Otherwise, you just survive 1 second, then you die before having the ability cast. And that's why I went with, I think it's 50 PP. Yeah, 50 PP. But just this change made an already good item even better. And yeah, that was a bit too much, and I actually kind of anticipated that. So it's going to be nerfed a little bit next patch. Not the PP part, but the protect duration part. But yeah, that would be my take. I think that these two items here were the most impactful and broken in the current meta. But for some reason, top elo players focused on crit items, despite having no evidence that it makes a true difference in win rate. So yeah, that's my hot take on the meta.
I don't know. There are also probably some experience that I don't know. What.
And someone mentioned the Smoke Ball. You're right about that. Smoke Ball has an excellent win rate, especially at high elo. I always say that Smoke Ball was slept on. I think it's an excellent item. Of course, it's a bit circumstantial. You need specific setups when you have, for example, jumpers, dashers, to make a good use of it. But I think this item is really, really good. And I'm a bit sad that it has so few players playing it, despite it being such a good item. Yeah, Max Revive and Blue Orb also are some items that are not really liked by top elo players, but they have good win rates. So yeah, deal with it.
But, yeah,
Oh, we can't
bit
hear you.
interesting to have
Check the microphone
someone
again.
do.
Yeah, I can't hear you anymore.
Yeah, no, I was saying that if you have some pro players in the chat, don't hesitate to give your opinion about what what uh, what should be in the or what did we miss also, because we can miss some action for sure.
Mm-hmm. I think its win rate is a bit artificial because they are only picked up and never crafted. Yeah, we had long discussions about popularity versus win rate. Lots of different takes on that topic. On my side, I still focused on making the average win rate globally equivalent for all items and synergies. But some people disagree with that, strangely. Is it time, Keldaan?
For sure, for sure.
Is it time to talk about next patch?
Yeah. So we have a new patch coming up probably soon. Not today, but quickly. And we also have a new posters for this patch that were provided by that was drawn by Exist, and you will see in a second that yeah, maybe some of you already can try to guess the content of the poster.
I'm quickly going to reveal it.
So the plant, yeah. So there's a bit of plant in the update, so
Yeah.
that's a good guess.
So I'm slowly showing it. Poster reveal time.
And we are really pleased with the new poster that Exist drawn us. So it was really it's really the best poster that we had so far. And
Ta-da!
the new theme for this patch will be the garden party. So as you can see, the poster is amazing.
Yeah,
It's awesome. That's the best
incredible.
thing I've ever watched.
Yeah, so many details in there. I don't know where to start. But yeah, so many flavors, and it's actually such a good representation of all the content that we are adding next patch. Amazing job by Exist. So yeah, we are very thankful for this amazing artist willing to help us with the poster design. So yeah, maybe we can start moving from top to bottom and explain everything. So the upper part, you can see Excadrill making a big hole in the ground. This is a hint at the ground rework, which implies digging stuff in your board. So you can see many of the newcomers, especially Arboliva, which is the last free-stage line for Gourmet that we were waiting for. So I'm really glad that we made it. And thanks to Jfane, which is the artist I commissioned for this sprite. We have this Buzzhole. Finally, Buzzhole is here as a legendary, and he's carrying some new items, which are actually for another synergy rework that is going to happen next patch, that I already demonstrated on my previous dev stream. It's the Flora synergy rework. And these bags here are bags of mulch that will be used to upgrade your Flora Pokemons. All right, so what else can we see? We can see a small helmet on the Sandaconda and a shovel here. It's a new artificial item that will buff specifically ground synergies. So a new artificial item. You can see Phalanx on the side. So Phalanx, I think it's one of my favorite units I ever worked on because the small soldiers here, the troopers, I think they are called, are really unique. Really unique way to for unit in Pokemon Auto Chess. I won't spoil everything, but yeah, it's amazing to see on the board, and yeah, it was quite a challenge to make it happen, but it's really satisfying. and they held some items that have a link with Grand Synergy rework, some new items specific to this Synergy rework that I hope you will like.
Yeah, we can also see the Gigalit. I'm not sure the name. Nodulit, Gigalit.
Oh, I
I
actually
missed
don't
the
know.
English name.
Yeah, the rock
Uh,
Pokemon here.
Nodulit, which is in English. It's Ranganrola. Ranganrola.
Roggenrola, alright.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ranganrola, yeah. And it will be part of the standard pool. So you will see maybe a lot of them, maybe not. But it will be in the standard pool, so definitely a new addition that you will frequently see in your games.
yeah. A regular rock is going to change a lot the place of rock in the game. So I'm quite excited about this one. I saw people talking about Pachirisu. Is it going to win tournaments on its own? So yeah, there's a reason why we put some lemonade next to it here. Is because Pachirisu has something with citrus berry. So this is a reference to what happened in the tournament. So I'm not following competitive Pokemon, I'm afraid. But yeah, several of you have spoken about this specific link with citrus berry in the Pachirisu ID thread. And so we have something special with citrus berry and Pachirisu as a small reference. I think it's nice. And yes, drinking lemonade with these little dudes. So Duden and this one, I don't remember. Is it something like Togedemasu or something like that?
Togedemaru and
Togedemaru?
Deden. Yeah,
Okay.
Dedenne. I don't know.
Deden?
Dedenne.
Dedene?
Dedenne.
I have no
And
idea.
yeah, maybe Togedemaru is, I think, the same in English.
I think
I hope
so.
so. Yeah. Um, yeah, so we try to group up all the little electric Pikachu clone
Yeah.
that we have in the universe, but we also try to have some unique design for each of them, even though
It's not easy, right? Like
it's not
normal
easy.
Pokemons. What do we do with all these normal Pokemons?
Yeah,
Pikachu clones is the same deal.
yeah, definitely hard to make everyone feels unique when they are also close in design. But I hope we did a good job to make every Pokemon different. So let's see.
Yeah, I hope to. Time will tell. And
Time will
so
tell.
if we move down, I just love this scene. I think it's so lovely. So yeah, this is a reference to the Flora rework, where you have to take care now of flower pots. And as you can see, there are several lines that are going to be moved as special and that are going to stay in their flower pots. And now the flora spawns will cover not just the Oddish line, but all the lines that are in these flower pots. And yeah, the other flora Pokemons and the other Pokemons in your composition, we have to take care of these flower pots. So talking about the Chespin line, this is going to be huge also, just like Roggenrola for rock. This is grass fighting regular Pokemon, and it's going to impact a lot, I think, the meta, especially for early grass. There were some issues with early game of grass, and I think that with this line, with the Chespin line, it will be much easier to start a good grass game, in my opinion. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Adding a new regular fighting is also going to impact fighting positively. So that's a bit of a compensation for the synergy nerf for fighting. And if I continue, there are small details here as well. So as you can see, the two other lines in flower pots, the OPIP line and the Meganium line. And we have two new lines also. We have the Blipbug line, I think it's called Blipbug, which evolves into Orbital. So Psychic Bug, interesting combo. And this line, how is it named again? It's something like Lockix, Nimble and Lockix, I think it's called.
Yeah.
So yeah, another bug, but this one is a bit different. I think it's dark, so dark bug. Really interesting to have lots of pressure with the cloning effect of a bug and the ability to jump in the backline. It can be very disruptive, and so that's why it has an ability that is mostly debuff disruptive. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to shake up a little bit the usual dark compositions. And that's it. That's the reveal of the poster. So I hope that you like it. So maybe I did this to the agenda. What feature are we the more excited about for this next patch? Maybe you can start, Keldaan.
I can start? Start.
So the question was, which feature of the next patch are you the more excited about?
Yeah. So for me, it will probably be the new the new ability that the Rock'n'Rolla line has.
Yeah, it's a
So
crazy one.
I'm really curious if it will change the way that if vertical rocks can be enabled with the light synergy, and if the it can define a bit more add more complexity to the rock positioning. And especially with the new ground synergy, you will see that the ground synergy has a new very interesting approach where ground Pokemons will dig holes to find treasures, just like in the Excadrill poster. And this mechanic will also maybe be one thing that maybe will completely change the way that the ground synergy is actually played.
Yeah, completely. I was going to say, I think for my side, it's the ground rework. Because I couldn't stand ground. It was so boring in my opinion. It was the last synergy that I really dislike playing and seeing played. I think that all ground games were all the same. And with this rework, we tried very hard to make every ground game different. So that's the goal. So this will have some very, very hard decision making about which Pokemon is going to dig and which one is going to stay in the hole. You will see what I mean by that when you will play this new synergy rework. I think it's going to be very interesting to watch, and you may disagree with the choices of the players, so that's going to be nice. And another thing I'm very excited about is how Phalanx is going to be perceived for the players. Because I think it's a really nice design, and I think that people will likely love it. But also maybe try to push it too far and be disappointed by it. So I like the design, but I feel like it's going to be maybe another Veluza. So we will see. And yeah, I'm a bit concerned about Rock'n'Rolla actually. You said you love the ability. I have some concern about it because it's really strong. So yeah, you can put a downstone on this little guy, and I promise you it will be good.
For sure.
So yeah.
But and also the grass and the flower synergy were a bit lacking of power with the 6.4 release, and with the new rework, we hope that this can bring some joy and some powerful tool to the Flora players.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be very interesting. Maybe too strong as well, but we will see.
Let's see.
I mean, we're starting from very low, so we can be a bit crazy with this kind of reworks. Just to shake up a little bit the things. It's expected that when we push really lots of new regular Pokemons and new synergy reworks, it's not perfectly balanced at first, right? So it's likely that we will do further adjustments to the numbers on the next
Yeah.
patch, on the 6.6. This is something that happens, and that doesn't mean that you should jump on it immediately. You will need some time, I think, to optimize playing this new synergy reworks. But yeah, it's possible that some numbers will need to be adjusted in the future. Please stream
Yeah.
on YouTube. We could do actually. I think the last stream that we did together, Keldaan was on YouTube, and it's true that we have an official channel. So I plan maybe to put the Twitch VOD on YouTube so that everyone can see it as well. It's a good idea. Okay. So I put Q&A with Keldaan here on the next item of the agenda. So maybe following that reveal, we didn't have much time actually to look at the chat, so maybe we skipped some questions, but it's time for you if you want to ask some questions to Keldaan and to myself about the next patch content, if you have any.
Yeah.
Did they reveal the release date for the next patch? So
Mm.
we didn't reveal it. I wanted Keldaan to see if he was ready to announce a date. So you're not? Okay.
Yeah, but probably let's talk just after the stream.
Okay, no problem.
No, but probably in the very, very near future. Let's say maybe tomorrow, maybe in the next days for sure.
Question, this poster
Uh,
is obviously amazing. Are there any plans to replace the current banner in the Discord?
the current banner is using the 6.1, I think.
6.2, the fighting one.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's something that I can change for sure.
Any question would be just spoilers, like asking about abilities. We can answer maybe, not spoil everything, but maybe give some design intentions if you have any question. Will Blossom and Vileplume be separate final evolutions now? Yes. Which items do you guys think will be good with the new ground synergy? So as I said before, the plan is to make every ground game different. So the answer is it depends. It depends on which items you get and what's your game plan. So we plan to not have always good items on ground. Is Buzzwole going to be a Flora legendary? Not Flora, no. I don't know if you can see the chat, Keldaan, maybe you want to answer as well.
Yeah. What are your favorite synergies and units to play? Good question. I don't think I have a favorite synergy. And in units, so for sure the ultra. So if you get a 2-star ultra Pokemon, it feels really really fun and really cool to make it. To see it work and make a lot of damage or shield, and I think that all the ultra Pokemons are really really cool. but I don't have a favorite one. I think at the moment, I could. I'm not sure, but I don't have a favorite one. What Falling Six kind do you have a favorite item?
In the items here
So
that I can see, yeah, there are some very special items. Not actually items in the sense that you think. For example, the big nugget has a new effect, new role. And these little things here are gems, and they also have a very specific role. I don't think that will be too much impactful. It's not the goal to have a very impactful item. So it's not going to be another kind of shiny item. Don't worry about that. So I think these are small additions to make it a bit more interesting, but not necessarily very strong and game-changing items.
yeah, definitely more not as strong as some items that are in the game right now.
Nadia asked about the role of Sandaconda in a team. Hard to tell. I would say maybe early game bruiser, maybe item holder. I'm not sure actually. I think it's the kind of ground Pokemon that you can easily move around, which will be very important for the ground synergy. So you can pick it if you're intending to extend your ground holes. So yeah, that could be a good pick. Because the issue with ground is that you will have to stick with some positions if you want to make use of the bonuses of the synergies. And so you're going to need to make some decisions about the positioning of your team and stick with it. So that's going to be interesting, and that's also a reason why you want some units that can change role easily in ground so that you can move them around and not be penalized too much.
Yeah. How many new avatars are coming with 6.5? How many achievements? So with the we knew that some players have issue with the desynchronization between some impossibility to get portraits that they have shards or the other way around. So, and I think that Curry found the solution for this desynchronization between the um, the portraits that we have in Pokemon Chess and the portraits that where they are coming from, which is the PMG collab website. And I think that for the that will fix the issue that some of you have for the avatars. But since we have 20, 21 or 22 emotions uh, per Pokemon, and we have normal and shiny, so 46, and we have like 15, 20 Pokemons, so that would make 15, 20 times 46 emotions to unlock.
Yeah, hopefully this bug will be fixed. I don't know if my fix is going to fix everything, every desynchronization, but I think that will help. It was a caching issue again.
Are there any plans for another tournament next patch? So last tournament was a bit. We were really lucky that that everything went fine because it was really not clear at the beginning that.
Yeah, I would say sweaty, sweaty for us.
Yeah, really, really sweaty. But yeah, we probably a new tournament will land next patch, but we are really, really not sure that everything will work. But hopefully, we can cross finger like last time, because last time it worked, but.
It worked, yeah.
Really
I will
natural.
say that I'm much more confident now that I fixed the bug that we noticed at last tournament. I'm much more confident for the next tournament than I was for the
Mm,
last one. I say Keldaan, I
yeah,
don't feel it. I'm not sure it's going to be okay. And I actually
yeah.
told anyone, please be nice if this doesn't work. But we managed to make it happen, and so I'm confident that the next one will be just running smoothly. It will be perfect.
Mm.
Do you guys think Creekcasts will be less centralizing this patch, or will it be as strong as it is currently? So Swigler, I don't know if you heard me when I was discussing the meta. I saw that crit items are much more popular, but the win rate is basically the same. So I don't think it's that centralizing as players think it is. So it will depend on players, I guess, if they want to continue to slam this item. But no, I don't think that the change made to the patch. Maybe because there's maybe we will see more Flora and more ground Pokemon composition played. Maybe it will change a bit the meta because crit items for these compositions are not particularly good, I think. So maybe that will change the trigger.
Also, yeah. Also, one thing that I would add is maybe that so for the I think that maybe Swigler can correct me, but for the crit casts to be very good, you need at least so three dark classes. So one for each of the components that you want to build, and also one spoon. So maybe you cannot do this at every game. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
possibly. Yeah.
that's also one limitation that can also so maybe the top players like you have some answers for or why the you think that critcast items are really meta defining, but it's really hard for us when looking at the stats to know the answer.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we talk about Fuecoco, and yes, Fuecoco is fixed next patch, so
yeah,
we can
Wait
forget
for
about
Coco is
it.
a bit. Sorry.
There's a good one by Smithy here. The patch is adding lots of new Pokemon, not tons of left now. Do you think future patches will be a little less frequent and centered on new Pokemon, and more on bigger changes like the Ground Flora reworks? So, should we expect less Pokemon and more synergy reworks?
I think that we are coming close to all the teams we already drafted, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't plan any
So,
synergy reworks. I don't know what we... Do you have something in mind for the synergy part?
yeah, absolutely not.
Honestly, Ground was the only one that was, yeah, not the best in my opinion. So maybe there's something that we can say about synergy. I don't actually discuss this with you, Keldan, but we made some changes to the synergy to open new paths like Aquatic 8, for example. And
Mm,
these new verticals have some flavors to it. Like often the last part, the last synergy trigger is doing something special, like calling Pikachu Surfer, for example.
mm.
And I think that it would be nice to have this kind of flavor to many synergies, not necessarily all of them, but have some cool vertical synergies. But at the same time, I don't want it to be like in TFT, for example, where you have prismatic synergies that are much more powerful and that kills a bit the horizontal compositions, because I still think that horizontal plays are really interesting as well. So I could see some work being done in that perspective, like making verticals more interesting could be something we work on.
Yeah, definitely. We try to make every synergy the more unique, but we also need to. I think that for new, so the game still need to be understandable for someone that for a new player.
Yeah.
And we already have lots of lots of complexity in the game. But also, I think that the approach of tuning or having something for the last for the vertical play of the synergy is an approach that does not bother the new players, and it's more for the advanced use of the synergy. So that could be definitely a way to make every synergy more fun and more unique. That could be a thing for the future.
Yeah. And to answer to Smithy's question, so probably not major synergy reworks, but we talked about old units that were a bit bland because they have been added a long time ago when we have much less mechanics. So maybe we will see also some old units reworks. So that could be
Oh yeah,
something.
and and also one thing that we discussed is maybe we will maybe introduce new kind of pool for the, or you will see in the future. But yeah, we still have we also, with the growing number of Pokemons, we are always searching for new ways to introduce Pokemons without populating too much the standard pool.
Yeah.
And we have some ideas, at least, to introduce new Pokemons without putting them into the hatch or unique or legendary or standard or wild or
Hatch.
uh, hatch. Yeah. So, or special, or yeah. So we have some ideas to introduce, but you will see in the future. Maybe this next patch, maybe the one after. We are not sure yet.
Yeah. But yeah, TFT with 1000 units, we can do it. We are close
Yeah.
to it, so it's possible. This isn't the next patch, but are there any particular Pokemons you might want to see reworked? So Keldaan, you spoke about Giratina,
Giratina. Yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah,
I don't like
Giratina,
the
and the ability we need to increase the difference between the Garchomp line and the Dragonite. No, Dragonite is their attack. The uh, the
I
mini
don't know.
Draco line. The Draco is
Dratini, I think.
uh, Dratini, yeah. So we need to. So at the moment, the Garchomp and Dratini have the same ability. And that's also a thing that can be. So those kind of duplicates needs to be addressed to make the every Pokemon more unique.
Mhm.
And that could be a thing that or particular Pokemon that might be reworked.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's the two things that comes to mind is Giratina and the Dratini line. But there are also plenty of other options that I am missing at the moment.
yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I don't like Poipole, but I know that many players do. So when I see that many players like a design, I'm not just going, to listen to my own opinion and do some changes. I accept the idea that many players like it, even if I think it's a terrible design. But that's just me. Yeah, but you shouldn't play.
Let's see.
You shouldn't play Poipole with Bug or Poison. Both the synergies are bad for me. Anyway, I think
Mm.
we can maybe stop the Q&A here. Um,
Yeah,
Otherwise, it will be too late.
yeah,
Um,
for sure.
so we can finish with some shoutouts and one rant each. That's the thing I decided. I'm allowed to do one rant only, and you will be able to, Kildan as well. say one thing that you don't like and want to be changed as a message to the players. But first, the shootouts, which are actually pronounces shoutouts, because I just learned that shootout is a completely different word with two O. So I need to make sure to not make that mistake in the future, because this can be problematic. I learned, Keldaan, that shootout was a gunfight, and shoutout is when you congratulate someone.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I made that mistake in the event description. So yeah, I think that people were expecting us to I don't know, shoot at guns. Any
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, next one we will do a French stream and maybe
gunfight
it
of
will
some
be
kind?
easier.
Maybe play some Call of Duty. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout outs. So the shout outs. So I have a small list. Maybe we can alternate in the list. So we can start maybe with the moderation team.
Yeah.
Um, so we are very, very grateful for all the work that is done by the moderation team, especially some people that are doing this for a long time. Recently, we have seen several moderators um, telling us that they want to stop for a little bit the game and their activities as moderators, because it can be quite quite a lot of mental load. I don't know if it's the proper word, but it can be challenging sometimes, just being a moderator on the Discord. There's not a lot of moderators, and there's a lot of people on Discord. I don't remember. I think it's like more than 20,000 people, right, on Discord.
So the Discord is 38,000, I think.
Yeah. So
Let me
yeah,
check.
lots of people, and you don't see it a lot, hopefully, because moderation team is doing a great job. But there's a lot of bad behavior. Let's say it like that. So all the bad things you could imagine, scam, insults, harassment, many things like that. And having to deal with that on a daily basis can be hard. So thanks a lot to the moderation team. Without you, we wouldn't be able to hold this kind of event and manage this kind of Discord server. So yeah, thanks a lot. We are eternally grateful. Um,
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Also, I see Nerdy Satir in the chat. So Nerdy and Spiel Army are managing bots. So not all players are using bots, right? It's only used in custom lobbies, but they are doing a great job at maintaining the bots list. We have this bot manager feature, bot builder feature, sorry, that let every player in the game create their own bot, their own bots. I think it's unlocked at level 50, if I remember. So that means that lots of players decide to work on their own bots, and only two people are managing it, reviewing them manually, and managing the list. So it's a lot of work as well. And especially with the changes that we do on every patch, they have to review every single bot. It's a lot of work, honestly. I don't know how they managed to do it, but they managed to do it. So yeah, you can thank them, the bot managers as well, for taking care of that.
Mm.
Um,
So
yeah.
the next role will be no, so let's do the backend. So the game is running with so everything is, as you know, completely free and free of ads and free of anything, and it only relies on the donations For the donations of this server, we have the TP page that is currently supported by 30 tippers, and that's really good because this month we already have the servants' monthly costs that are supported or that are covered for this month. As a reminder, you have all the detail of what costs are, all the server and the architecture and costs that are detailed in the Discord if you want to take a look. So everything is possible, though all those 20,000 games per day are only possible due to those 30 tippers that support the project. So lots of and I'm really thankful for the tippers and their support. It really moves me because I didn't think that when I started this project it would go such a long way. So really thanks a lot for the tippers
Yeah.
making this possible.
Yeah, you can thank them because they are giving a lot, right? We only have 30 tippers, but we managed to have enough money to pay the servers, all the server stuff, and even have some money left to pay some writers, some artists for commissions to add new Pokemons in the end. And one thing I can say is that if you enjoy the game, if you play a lot, consider giving a very small amount. Like it could be less than $1, less than €1. It could be 50 cents, and it's always something. And if many of you are giving this sum, it's the same for us. In the end, we have enough money, and maybe those long-time tippers that are giving a lot will be able to reduce their donation and have some savings like that. So yeah, even small amounts are very good, and we wish actually we would have more tippers, but less money per tipper, so that it's a bit more fair for everyone. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. 30 tippers are paying for the fun of thousands and even dozens of thousands of players.
Exactly. So lots of thanks for every tipper.
Yeah.
Now, I think we can do a special shout out. So I don't know the pronunciation. A special thank for. The one that I will thank now is Benzene 114, I
Oh
think.
yeah.
He is not known to the community very well because he didn't speak things since he is Chinese, but he silently updates the Chinese simplified version of the game each time me or Curie make a commit. So
Yeah.
it's really he is really dedicated to the game, even though no one except me and Curie are noticing its effort. So shout out to
Yeah.
Benzin for its commit.
It's really
Right.
work in the shadow, right? You can see here, so I'm sure that not a lot of you are familiar with GitHub, but this is the place where we work on the game's code. And as you can see, Benzin has already pushed some new updates like 1 hour ago, so really recently. And you can see he's very active, like he's doing basically daily work on the translations, and he's always up to date with the latest content. So thanks to this guy, the Chinese community can have a good experience on the game, and we are really thankful to him because otherwise none of us are speaking Chinese. We wouldn't be able to work on the translations. Maybe sometimes we can manage to get the translation on German or Spanish, for example, because it's a language that is close to the one we speak. But for Chinese, Korean, or stuff like that, it's very hard. And so we are very thankful to volunteers like Benzin. And actually, we thank Benzin, but we also have to thank Jeremy Catorza, and Daphne, that have done lots of work this patch on the French and German translations as well. All right, and the last part of the shoutout is about content creators. Maybe I'll try to find some good channels for that. So we are really stunned by the amount of content creators, the streamers. We have lots of streamers now. You can basically always find someone playing Pokemon Touch Chess on Twitch at any time of the day. It's really impressive. And we also have lots of people on YouTube as well. So I think that you already know lots of them, but maybe I can show you a few channels. Just a second. Yeah. So yeah, Sadboy Horrors, Patado, who is also doing streaming on Twitch, Timmy Tandvat, which I think is currently watching the live. Jblov as well, really a funny content creator on Pokemon Chess. And also new ones like Aslord, which only recently started to publish videos for Pokemon Chess, but the amount of videos that he's able to publish is crazy. He just published another one 5 hours ago, and usually he pushed like 1 or 2 every single day. So crazy, crazy amount of work. So with all these creators, you really have lots and lots of Pokemon Auto Chess content that's really impressive. And yeah, we're so grateful to have such a community. I recently actually found that we have also ASMR channel. I found that, I thought it was really funny. But yeah, if you like ASMR and you like Pokemon Auto Chess,
Hey
you have
guys,
videos like that exist.
welcome to
It's
my
really
very
crazy.
first YouTube video.
So yeah,
So yeah, really, really moved by. Oh, really. I'm really pleased to see uh, people making content for the game. It really make the games. Oh, it keeps the games alive with a new, with fresh new players, and especially those that come from Teamfight Tactics, probably. But yeah, really, really, I'm really pleased. I'm really proud also to see all of those Pokemon Auto Chess videos that are published. So really, thanks a lot for all the content creators that spends times to edit their videos and makes quality content based for Pokemon Auto Chess.
yeah, crazy. Well, I forgot to mention Big Wef, but yeah, Big Wef is one of the biggest pack creators, and is also the one doing crazy work on video editing for patch notes. So that's also the reason why we don't do a live stream where we just publish every patch note, because we still want these creators to be able to cover all the patch notes by themselves. And Big Wef is doing a great job at it. Patado as well is doing very funny PowerPoints, like very how to say that, very serious PowerPoints of the patch notes, which I always enjoy watching. So yeah, thank you, Balado, for that. It's really nice. I think that's the end of the shoutouts and not the shootouts. I hope that we don't forget anyone.
Yeah, we for sure we always forget someone, but thanks for everyone who create content for Pokemon Auto Chess.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe it's time for the rant. So yeah, it's very positive and we're very happy to have this community, but there are small things that are a bit annoying, and yeah, we'd like them to be covered, or at least have the opportunity to express some frustration sometimes. So I have one thing in mind. I say only one rant because we can complain a lot. We can complain all the day long, right? We are French. But we can limit to one rant. Do you have something in mind, Keldaan?
For me, the most annoying thing that I am experiencing with coming to when dealing with Pokémon Auto Chess is when you guys do an ID or bug report or question and the description is title,
Yeah,
it means that your something's wrong, and you can't, and it's really frustrating because you for example, I have some days where I'll, I tell myself, yeah, I will code something, have some motivation, and then you see a bug, and the description is a title with a funny smiley. So yeah, don't do that.
yeah,
Don't do that.
I agree. That's very frustrating because like writing an ID post maybe takes you 3 to 5 minutes, and actually implementing the thing you're asking for is maybe taking 3 to 5 hours at least, sometimes days. And so yeah, it's not normal that it's the poster that doesn't have the patience to make a proper post. So yeah, that's really annoying. I can completely agree with Keldan's here. On my side, my only rant is going to be this one, which is much more impacting today. So you should be able to read it properly. Yeah, it's people who are reporting bugs in discussion channel. So it's getting to the point where every day, every morning, I search for the keyword bug in discussion channel, just because there are many bugs that are not reported in the bug report section, but just people talking about it in discussion. And there are lots of details about, how to reproduce it, how to fix it, is there any workaround. All this information, instead of being classified in a proper bug report, it's just a random post in the discussion channel. And so it's already taking lots of time, to take care of all the bugs and fixing them all. But if, in addition to that, I have to lose time tracking the information in discussion channel where we have dozens of messages every minute, it's really painful. And so I hope that you get the word that you shouldn't discuss bugs in discussion channel. You should always discuss them in the proper threads. And if they are not being reported, please do the report. And before that, search before posting. Make sure that it hasn't been reported already. Yeah, bug synergy band. Yeah, because I need to look for the keyword bug, but there's actually a synergy called bug in the game. And so it's a nightmare to find out what is a proper bug. So yeah, that's very frustrating for me. And it doesn't help at all fixing the bugs. So yeah, please guys, use the bug report section. And also, last thing, before I stop ranting, don't assume that a bug has already been reported. I saw too many times bug, oops, this is broken. I saw too many times players saying, oh, this bug, yeah, it's not really important, I will report it later, and they never do it. And yeah, sometimes the bug is just not reported at all. And so if I missed it, if I was not on stream at that time, I cannot fix it because I don't know it exists. Yeah, don't assume, but please use the search function. Exactly. Oof. It feels good. It feels good to rant. But yeah, that's the most frustrating part we have to deal with. But apart from that, I'm really happy with the Discord server and the state of the community and the interaction that we have. All right. So this is the end of the agenda. I write it here, finishing with one game with a dev if it's not too late. What do you think, Keldaan? I know that you're not a late.
Yeah, I'm old.
You're not a night guy, so maybe you want to to get some sleep. I will understand perfectly.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, as you want. As you want.
Me, I basically I live in the night, right? I sleep usually at 2 or 3 a.m.,
Let me.
so it's not a problem.
Okay, so maybe I will leave you because
Okay, no problem.
I didn't eat for now.
So yeah, one day you'll be able to play with the devs, but not
One day.
today.
No, actually, so sometimes I create lobbies with plays with Keldaan or play with the creator. So if you see
Nice.
one of them, you can jump on it.
Yeah, you have to be lucky to find him. And vampire in France must be tough, so much garlic. Yeah, I'm vampire, but I also like garlic, so yeah, make your own conclusion.
That's complex.
All right, guys, this was the dev stream. Thanks, Keldaan, for doing this with me. I'm really glad.
Thank you, Curry, for helping me and keeping this project going forward.
Yeah, thanks for creating it in the first place. I hope you're excited for next patch. It's happening soon. Date not not announced, but yeah, really soon. Thank you everyone for attending the stream, and see you guys on Discord and yeah, on other occasions in the game.
See you.
Bye bye. Have a good night.
Okay.